All right, today I will be going over Chapter 4, Question 5, which would be calculating for the cash basis and accrual basis for the Faro Company. So I have over here in Excel all the stuff listed out. For me, it helps me calculate it easier. Instead of trying to put numbers into a calculator, I can just use formulas within Excel and try to take away some of my personal error, as well as it helps me view it in a streamline. So you could try it if you're having issues or anything like that. So accrual basis means that transactions that change a company's financial statements are recorded in the periods in which the event occurs, even if the cash was not exchanged. So it's when they recognize revenues when they perform the service, even if cash was not received. So from my understanding of it, looking at the example in the book, it's on page 154. So from my understanding of it, so with the accrual basis, we would be using the remaining cash, I believe, which would be $25,900 for total expenses, excuse me, because there's still $8,100 of it on account. So cash that we haven't received yet. Actually, no, it would be the total service performed would be the $34,000. And then the total expenses would equal that plus the prepaid insurance, because they were just looking at what's there. And then you subtract those to get the net income for accrual basis. Then cash basis states that companies record revenue at the time they receive the cash. They record an expense at the time they put out the cash. The cash basis seems appealing to the simplicity, but it often produces misleading financial statements. So we know that the remaining cash for revenue is $25,900. And expenses, we have an expense account of $4,160, and only $12,940 were paid out of the $17,100. So the only question that I would have is the prepaid. Prepaid would go under total expense because it's already paid for. Cash has already been given out, from my understanding. We will see. So it would be that plus the cash that was paid. Oops. So you would sum the cash and the prepaid to get that much, and then you still subtract, which would equal $10,180. So which basis of accounting, cash or accrual, provides a more useful information for decision makers? And from my understanding, it would be From my understanding, it should be accrual because it's recognizing the total revenues and the total expenses, not just what they've paid out. This is just mine, not coming from the book. From my understanding, it's not what they've paid out. So you would want to look at the total growth of it and the total expense of it rather than just what was given out. But we'll see. So I'm going to submit the answer. I'm partially right. Okay. So the accrual basis, what I'm going to do is take out the prepaid insurance. Changes it to 16.9. There we go. So ending this, to find the accrual basis total expense, you would just take the total service revenue as total revenue and adding together all the expenses, which would be the operating expense right there, and you'd subtract that. That's how you get the net income for accrual basis. And then for cash basis, you get total revenue by the remaining cash, and then net income, which is the cash plus total expense, which is the cash plus the prepaid insurance to get the $1,570, and then you subtract those to get the $1,080. And then the basis of accounting for accrual basis provides more useful information for decision makers because it allows them to see what the company's actually profit was, their net income. So that's what I've come up with. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the discussion. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a great day.